Hello, y'all. We're going to be doing this clear and concise message. It's an intuitive message. I'm using my tarot cards to bring this message to you guys from your ancestors, from your spirit guides, and from some of you, you may not know, but from someone else's guides as well, relaying a message to you, especially if you're not into tarot and you came across this message. So I got an energy that you are different from someone who could be of low vibration or is a negative person. For those of y'all who simply are not into spirituality, may not know the lingo, but somebody is negative in your energy. That's what I'm picking up on. I feel like you someone that's different. You don't want, nor are you going to go through allowing somebody to trauma dump, or in your case, to put in simple words, someone to put their bullshit on you or project, meaning make you feel like negative energy is yours, that's theirs, that belongs to them. Y'all got a new beginning, I'm seeing, that's coming in with the Ace of Cups. A new beginning that is going to help create boundaries, or for some of y'all, you already got them, so you may be reinforcing them or enforcing them for some of y'all if you was lenient or you was just in an energy of being relaxed and letting people do them and, show their true colors or whatever the case without judgment. I feel like for some of y'all, you accepting people for who they are, but also leaving people where they are as well. If someone likes to argue or you feel like you keep catching yourself in altercations with a specific person, I feel like whoever that person is for you in your life, you're pulling yourself away from whoever that is, choosing not to either associate yourself with them or speak to them as much or make it non existent. Whereas maybe you were hanging out or speaking to them quite often. You got new beginnings coming in, so you don't got time, or you just know that you can always go elsewhere. You don't have to be around or indulge in bullshit. Three of Cups, yeah. Ace of Cups. There's other friends, other people out there that you'll be able to relate with. We got the Ace of Wands in reverse, and everybody not able to come with you, or the people who you're walking away from, whoever this specific Queen of Swords is, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, they ain't a part of this new club of friends or this new circle you building or will be in the near future. Daughter of Pentacles, these could be people who you meet at work. Five of Swords, Ten of Wands, Four of Cups. Yeah, somebody who you knew, yeah, prior to cutting off this Queen of Swords in reverse. They gonna feel like they want issues with you. They want the smoke. For some of y'all, they gonna try to cause hell with you because they don't got shit going on in their life. And for some of y'all, this could be someone who know that they can't come back around you with the Five of Pentacles. Is done and over. You see that gate there, that chute with your barriers, your blockages, and that chute saying that ain't nobody coming back over here. For some of y'all, everything is good on your side. Where you left them at could have been where they down and out. They ain't got nobody to lean on. For some of y'all, you was the only person. You was the only person that was in their life that was really genuine, or someone who they know that they could come to if they really needed help. You real fruitful, blessed. But this was someone who seeing that you doing better, and they're going to be seeing that, or they just know that that's what you're going to have anyway. And this person is going to have an issue with that because they feel like when you walked away, that the blessings went with you, or just things start turning upside down for them in their life. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, things in their life gonna be turning upside down, and I feel like that's with you walking away and healing with the Four of Swords. Nine of Cups. I feel like you walking away, you gonna be around the people who you supposed to, the people who are more so like you, the people who you can actually talk to, and they reflect back the same positive energy that you putting out. You ain't gonna have to question if these people really fuck with you or not, or if they playing games, because you gonna know that they not. All right. I feel like these are people who are direct, blunt, and I feel like you the same way with the Queen of Swords coming out in the upright. You don't gotta fake the funk, or you don't got to sugarcoat a damn thing. You gonna say what you mean, period. And I feel like you was dealing with somebody who had an issue with saying how they felt, had an issue but speaking up and shit, motherfucker, cough it up, say what you gotta say, and it just wasn't giving that. So for some of y'all, you cut their ass off. You too strong, you too, I feel like militant, the way that your mentality is like you don't really take shit to the heart, but at the same time, you would cut a motherfucker off. They're not going to be able to get to the heart because you're blocking shit before it can get to that level. I feel like you done been through a lot, all right? You strong. You done been through a lot. You don't got a problem. Yeah, for some of y'all, it started with your family. You didn't been through worse. You didn't have to cut off family members and shit like that. People who you grew up with, families that you grew up with. When you catch the bullshit, you check it. Period. The fool, you ain't got a problem letting a motherfucker go. Period. That ain't, man. And I feel like you think before you act. And I feel like you peep shit before you move. This ain't just out the blue. This a motherfucker consistently showing their ass and being disrespectful and playing with you too much. Five of Pentacles, yeah. You would leave their ass where you found them. And for some of y'all, leave their ass where you met them. It don't matter. Met them where you grew up at with them, whatever. And I feel like for some of y'all, these are people who could be real close to you that you knew for a real long time, that you seen come from nothing or seen you building. But it's over. For some of y'all, somebody could literally be getting kicked out of a home. Y'all could be evicting them or something like that. Y'all not cool no more. It ain't no faking the phone, pretending like, if y'all was living together, y'all can live amongst each other and be cordial and all this, and just, I go to my room, you go to yours, we can still share common areas. No, it's none of that. Somebody cannot be here, period, because they too much of a snake. And for some of y'all, you didn't really taught this person and all of that, really, raise them to make better choices or be a better person or know how to come at you, how to come with more respect and all that, how to be more mindful of their actions when they are addressed towards you. Since they fucked around and bumped their head, for some of y'all, you gone. They can't come back around. You don't trust somebody, and for some of y'all, somebody was just moving too snakish, too flawed. And the Supreme is here. I feel like for some of y'all, you could be someone who's protected by the Most High. You could be one of the Most High's messenger with the Hierophant here. And somebody still couldn't change in your energy. And you somebody of high, light. We got the Temperance, the Ace of Swords, the Justice card, the Devil in reverse. Yeah, High Priestess in reverse. All major arcanas. The Sun and the Fool. Yeah, it's over with. I feel like judgment been called on someone by their ancestors or by the Galactic Federation that judges people in the spiritual realm and allow people's downfalls to play out in the universe, with the universe. But yeah, it's over with. Somebody is done for, and I feel like this is somebody who y'all not dealing with no more. Somebody who would love to come back around you. Somebody who you've been knowing, like I'm saying, for a real long time. But you can't deal with them no more. You put up these boundaries. You done. It's over. You be damned if you keep letting somebody hurt you and all that. It ain't no, like I'm saying earlier, it's no issues. It ain't no hard feelings. You just not going to be around to allow somebody to play with you or hurt you or get you in your feelings. You going to leave them where they started the games at. For some of y'all, where you decided to call the games out and by your actions of cutting them off. But that's pretty much what I have here. I feel like somebody gonna want to be around y'all because for some of y'all, they can't live without you. They can't deal without you. For some of y'all, they know that you someone who worked real hard to make sure that you don't get hurt by nobody, to clear your path of toxicity, or to when you see it, to address it and to withdraw. You ain't got a problem cutting a person off. But that's what I'm saying. Somebody is stuck. I'll see you guys later. Bye.